what you think to that.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, so working on the Squier Jaguar bass. Bit of a backstory. Bought this off eBay. It was sort of an abandoned project. It come in a black finish, which was crudely painted. I started sanding it back, and I come up with this colour underneath, which initially I thought was surf green, and then on the closer inspection, I've realised it's seafoam. Well, it's more of a seafoam green, turquoisey. So my plan is to sort of relic this. I've sanded it a bit more, and this is probably where I want to keep it for now.
Would you do it? Would you do what I did?
To give it a bit of a oldie school vibe. Obviously it's not to everybody's taste, but it's my guitar and I quite like it. So I may later down the line sand it a bit more, but at the minute I quite like the vibe of it. My plan was also to paint the headstock the same colour, but I'm trying to get a good match, and at the minute I can't find a good paint match, so I'm just going to keep with the black paint that it come with. I've sanded the back of the neck down a bit because this was crudely painted as well, just to give it a bit of a relic vibe. So it's all smoothed off now. There's no sort of raised edges or anything. I've sanded the edge of the fingerboard down with like a sanding block. So if you want to smooth your fret ends off, a quick easy tip is get a sanding block, go in at a bit of an angle and just smooth it, sand it until it smooths the frets right down. Do that for both sides as well. I also use this to sand away some of this paint, but again I quite like the vibe of this. But eventually I will go with a matching headstock, and I possibly will just sand all this back to wood at some point, but for now I need a bass guitar to make some videos, and I just need to put this together pretty sharpish. So we're going to go with what we got for now. I did do an earlier video on this, and I stuck all the hardware in a pot, mixed it with some coffee, left it out in the elements for the last couple of weeks, so bits have started to rust up nicely. Not quite where I want to be with it, but good enough for now. So the screws have started to rust up. Give it an old relic look. Right, next thing, it was missing a nut, so I've ordered a bone nut off eBay. This was about £5, I think it was. This is a jazz bass nut, I think it was 42mm. It's just slightly too thick to go in the nut slot.
That's what she said.
I'm just going to try and scrape away a bit of the old glue that's in there. Hopefully that might help a bit. I haven't got anything that I can get in there and sand it down properly, so sometimes you just got to roll with what you got, you know, because we ain't all got these flashy tools. So I like to do stuff on the cheap and proper DIY. So yeah, let's get some of this old glue out without damaging the wood around it either. Okay, so yeah, width wise it's perfect, but it's just, yeah, it's a little bit too, not quite there. So what I'm going to do is that sanding block I had, get that back out, give it a bit of a sanding down. Okay, so I think we're about there with the nut. Yeah, it's a tight squeeze, which I like. It's wedged in. Okay, so what I might do now is hold off gluing it in just for now, because obviously it's a new nut. I don't know how the string height's going to be. It's definitely a tight fit in there, but I'll do. We've got her on. So what I might do is set the guitar up first, obviously put the neck on, sort the electrics out, string it up, and then see how we are for the string height from the nut to the first fret before I commit to gluing it down, because I may need to send some of that down. So next step I reckon is put the electrics back in. The P-bass pickup is still wired to the control panel. The jazz bass pickup, because it goes through a cavity in the body, the guy before has snipped the cable, so I need to solder them back together. And there's also some earthing straps that need to be screwed to the body. So that's the next job. Let's start getting this back together. So I need to get this jazz bass pickup in the back there, feed the wires through. And go in there. And then also on this cavity we got to run a bridge pickup ground. So bridge pickup ground, neck pickup ground, and then that goes to the bridge. So let's try and tidy this up a bit. Best we can. Okay, so that's the neck pickup, bridge pickup ground. I suppose it don't really matter, so we get that through there. Take this sticker off. Feed that through as well. I got a feeling I need to get that through first. Yeah, that's easier doing it that way. Okay, so that was the neck. So that's the ground that goes under the bridge. This I'll need to strip a bit of the wire back again to expose the inside. That's that. And that one is the neck. Let's get you in a little bit closer. So try and get this masking tape off. This is strong stuff. That'll be fine. Right, so let's get the screw out. So it's just a screw in there where this ground goes to. So we get that ground in. Right, so they're done. Right, I need to feed that wire back through again, which I had to pull out because the ground had to go through it. It's a tight fit, but we'll get it. I think we'll screw that in. Okay, so that's in. Let's get this P-base pickup in. These are sort of split at an angle. So I hope these, presume it don't really matter which way these go. So that'll be the furthest one away. Just have to be careful I don't put the screws through the cable. And again, these have got the springs on the back of them as well, as you can see. Okay, so we're in. So next job, I need to reconnect these cables together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip these wires back, and then I'll sort of twist them together, put a bit of solder on them, and then put some electrical tape around them. That's the best course of action for them. So I'm trying move out the way of these ground leads. Give myself a bit of room to work with. Alright, so yellow to yellow. So before I twist these up together, I'll twist them on their own. So you make it sort of a braided wire. Do it to all of them. And then twist the wires together. Make sure you get them nice and neat. Do that to both. Just put my soldering iron on. So then what I'm going to do is, once I've got these tied together, get some electrical tape ready. I'm just going to put a bit of cloth around the guitar, because sometimes solder can spit and sink into the paint. So I'm just going to put a bit of heat to the cables and just gently let the solder run into the cable. And there you go, that's done. Okay, let's let that cool down a sec. It's pretty quick anyway to cool down. And then we'll sort of fold them over a bit. And wrap a bit of electrical tape around them. And they are good to go. Okay, so that's them done. Just a case of tidying it all up, keeping everything out of the way of the output jack there. And that's going to go there, so I think we're good. I think the next thing I'll do is strip the end of this bridge cable off, just so I've got something to attach to the bridge. Again, twist that round. So that all this is going to be doing is just sort of sticking up to touch the bridge, when just to make contact on it. That's literally all I need to do with that. So while we're at it, I might as well stick the bridge on now. Line that up. Let's get these in. Alright, get the pick guard back on. And just line all this up. Should be good. Alright, get these in. Next thing I'd actually do will be putting the tuners on, and then we'll put the neck on the body. So just move that out of the way, but that's that part done. I think that looks pretty cool. Yep, liking the look of that. So we get this string tree on, then it's done and out of the way. Just line these up. I'm sure he said there was some screws missing, but we shall see. These two I'm going to need to drill little guide holes in, so we'll leave them screw holes till last. I've got a 1.5mm drill bit. I'm going to go about 3/4 of the way down, and then I'm going to mark the drill bit with a bit of tape so I know not to drill too far. And that should be plenty enough. So drill them holes. Oh, there's one in there. And we're done. Tuners on. Right, next we shall put the neck on the body. Right, neck's in. Let's flip her over. And then get this in. Neck plate. Other way around. So I won't put these fully in just yet. And you don't really want to put neck screws in with power tools, always do them by hand. You can quite easily thread out the wood, and that's not good. So don't go mad, just, you know, you should know when something's tight enough. You don't need to go overly tight on wood. Alright, so just need to put these back on. They come with an old set of strings that I'm going to reuse because short scale bass strings are very expensive. So what I'm going to do with these quickly is boil them in some water, let them dry out. Obviously it'll take a while for me, but for you it'll be instant. I'll be back fitting them, but yeah, for now I'm going to quickly go and boil these. This cleans them up, gets all the schmuck out, and then we'll dry them off and put them back in.
I tell you right now, it didn't have nothing to do with that.
How long ago did you...
Nah, about 30 minutes ago, right before you came up, she fired up a bubble and she hit it a couple times, and that dude tried to come up in the house. Hell no!
Relax.
Okay, so strings are cleaned, boiled them in water, a little bit of washing up liquid, let them soak for a while, boil in hot water, rinsed them out, loads of crap come out of them, dried them off. Got the first one in, sort of, get the second one in. Right, so I reckon plug it in and see if the electrics work as they should. Right, so I'm going to quickly tune it up, stretch these strings out a little bit, and see how this nut goes. I'll quickly give it a setup, string height. I'm sure these are about 2.5mm to 2mm on the high string. That's on the 12th fret, so I'll quickly set the action and we'll take it from there.
I smell some marijuana. I'm a marijuana smoker.
Marijuana and some meth?
Meth! Okay. Yes, sir!
Alright, so we've got the Jaguar all put back together. and it's looking pretty damn good. So I'm liking that seafoam green kind of colour. I will get a matching headstock at some point, but for now it's going to stay black. But yeah, let me know what you think to that. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like it, and it's, again, my guitar, so yeah, I'm digging it. I'm liking that relic look. I know a lot of people don't like relicing guitars, but you know, I get a lot of people ask me on this channel, so I need to please everybody. So I'll sort of try to age the hardware a little bit, leaving it in the elements for several weeks in the middle of winter, but yeah, I don't think it looks too bad.
You under the influence of marijuana right now?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, put all the electrics back in, soldered them 2 connections on the jazz bass pickup, give the body a sand down. I may go a bit more mad on the sanding and go straight back to just that green paint, but for now I'm quite liking it. I'm liking the back of the neck, it's nice and smooth now as well, so there's no hard edges on the paint. And again, the headstock, I will colour code that and stick a decal on it, and probably eventually take all this back to bare wood and give it a vintage tint. But yeah, strings are back on, give it a quick setup. The action was all over the place, so yeah, I probably got it to where I want it now. I've glued that nut back in, just give it a couple of dabs of glue, and that is not going anywhere. So yeah, I reckon the next thing is plug her in, see what she sounds like. There you go, there's my Squier vintage modified relic Jaguar bass. Again, I bought this as a non-working sort of failed project and got it up and running again, and sort of we uncovered this cool looking paint underneath, and I hope you like the finish to it. But again, if you don't, you know, each to their own, but I kind of dig it, and yeah, I think it looks smart. Sounds nice. I do like these Jaguar basses. Definitely different from anything else you'll see about. So yeah, let me know what you think to it in the comments below. If you like the sound of the P bass and the J bass pickup, let me know what you think to it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, putting it back together again and getting this old beast up and running. So yeah, if you've enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments below. I do enjoy reading your comments. And just as we went to record the second part of this video, I noticed I hit 8,000 subscribers. So thank you all for the continued support, subscribing to the channel, watching all the videos, and I love reading all your comments. So again, thanks, see you all soon. Peace out.